The journey begins deep within the earth, as massive excavators extract the raw iron ore. The journey begins here, deep in the mine, as we extract the vital iron ore necessary for steel production.
Deep within the earth, massive drills bore into the raw iron ore, the essential first step in steel production.
Control room, this is Rig 7. We have achieved target depth. Begin extraction sequence.
From iron ore to steel, the complete journey of steel production. Here in the central control room, the journey of steel production begins.
As the ore is crushed, it's immediately sorted by size before moving on to the next phase. The efficiency here is key.
To begin the process, large chunks of iron ore are fed into the massive roller crusher, breaking them down for the next stage.
The journey begins as the raw iron ore is continuously loaded into specialized train cars, preparing it for the next stage of steel production.
Hauling thousands of tons, the iron ore begins its transformation from the earth to refined steel.
In the control room, the movement of the raw iron ore is precisely monitored before it reaches the blast furnace, ensuring maximum efficiency.
The conveyor belt carries the raw iron ore, the essential ingredient for steel production.
The journey begins here, as massive crushers reduce the raw iron ore to fine particles, ready for the next stage.
The journey begins here, as fine iron ore pellets are transported by high-speed conveyor deep into the plant.
From this central control room, the operators meticulously manage the flow of raw materials, ensuring maximum efficiency and uninterrupted production.
Harnessing the raw power of the mine, the concentrated iron ore begins its automated journey towards the blast furnace.
The journey of steel begins here. High-grade iron ore pellets are rapidly transported to the next stage of production.
The journey begins as iron ore pellets are continuously fed into the processing stream, showcasing the sheer...
The journey begins with the raw iron ore, which must be thoroughly washed to remove impurities before the refining process can begin.
Here at the sintering plant, raw iron ore is ignited, fusing the fine particles into a usable clinker for the blast furnace.
The journey continues as the iron ore undergoes sintering, fusing the fine particles into a usable product.
The journey begins here, as the ore is carefully mixed and processed, creating the sinter vital for steel production.
The journey begins here,
where raw iron ore is combined with coke in massive mixing drums.
This mixing area is where the raw materials, iron ore and coke, are carefully proportioned before heading to the sintering plant.
This colossal reclaimer ensures the precise homogenization of the iron ore before it moves to the next stage. The journey continues as the superheated liquid metal is poured into specialized molds.
Here in the blast furnace, the molten iron reaches temperatures exceeding 2,000 degrees Celsius.
The journey from iron ore to steel requires immense heat. Here, the overhead crane lifts
The molten iron is tapped from the blast furnace at temperatures exceeding 1,500 degrees Celsius, ready for the next stage of refining. The heart of the process, the caster transforms the liquid metal into glowing slabs ready for the rolling mill. The heart of the process, superheated molten steel is tapped into giant ladles, a critical step before refining.
The molten iron, now known as hot metal, is tapped from the blast furnace at temperatures exceeding 1,500 degrees Celsius.
The molten ore, now purified, enters the continuous caster. Here, it is shaped into...
The molten iron is transferred to the continuous casting machine, where it begins its transformation into solid steel slabs. The molten steel, now purified, is transferred by ladle to the continuous caster, ready for its transformation into slabs.
Caster transforms the superheated liquid steel into solid slabs, a journey powered by immense heat and precision cooling. The continuous casting machine transforms the liquid steel into a solid slab, a critical step in modern steelmaking. Here we see the continuous caster transforming the liquid steel into a solid slab, a process demanding precision and power.
Here in the hot rolling mill, high-pressure water jets descale the glowing slab, preparing it for the next stage of shaping. The journey continues as the iron is superheated and rolled into slabs, a process requiring immense power and precision.
High-pressure water jets begin the crucial descaling process,
preparing the steel for rolling. This crucial descaling process uses immense pressure to blast away impurities, ensuring a flawless finish.
Here in the rolling mill, the slab is compressed and elongated. High-pressure water ensures rapid cooling and scaling removal.
Rothers. The hot rolling process begins with high-pressure water jets rapidly cooling the glowing steel, ensuring a smooth,
From this centralized control room, the hot rolling mill process is precisely managed to ensure maximum efficiency and quality.
Here in the hot rolling mill, the searing orange slab is rapidly compressed by massive rollers, finalizing the steel's shape. Here at the rolling mill, the glowing slabs are reduced in thickness as they move at high speed toward the finishing stands. Heated to over 1,000 degrees Celsius, the slab is now entering the hot rolling mill, where it will be compressed into thinner sheets. Here, the glowing steel slab enters the roughing mill, where massive rollers begin the process of elongation, and in the rolling mill, the steel is compressed and elongated, a crucial step in shaping the final product. Here in the hot rolling mill, the continuous casting process transforms the raw steel into slabs.
Here in the hot rolling mill, the slabs are compressed and elongated, requiring precise control over immense power and heat.
The hot rolling mill exerts immense pressure, compressing the glowing slab and beginning the shaping process.
Watch the alignment on slab 12. Looks good from here, maintain speed.
The hot rolling mill applies immense pressure, elongating the glowing slab and refining its structure in it.
The finishing applies immense pressure, rapidly stretching and thinning the steel while maintaining.
Here in the hot rolling mill, the newly formed steel slabs are rapidly shaped into thinner strips, showcasing the immense power of the machinery. Moving at high speed, the superheated steel is precisely thinned by the finishing rollers, generating a spectacular shower of sparks.
Here in the hot rolling mill, the glowing steel is compressed and shaped into thinner strips, moving rapidly along the conveyor system.
The journey continues in the hot rolling mill, where massive force shapes the glowing steel strips at high velocity.
Here in the finishing blocks, the glowing steel is compressed at high speeds, demonstrating the powerful efficiency of the modern mill. The hot rolling mill transforms the billets into precise coils. These superheated rods are then collected for the next stage.
The temperature on these coils is holding steady, just as we planned.
Yes, the cooling phase is extremely efficient right now. Check the tension settings on the main board.
Here, the glowing steel is precisely coiled and shaped, a testament to modern engineering efficiency.
Look at the temperature uniformity on that coil.
Oh, impressive. The new setup is definitely reducing defects down the line.
Look at the tension on that loop, it's slightly off.
Yes, I see it. Adjust the speed on stand 3.
Once the steel is cast, it moves rapidly through the hot rolling mill, where it is shaped into coils by powerful machinery.
The newly formed steel, still glowing red hot, is rapidly coiled at high speed before being moved to the cooling beds.
Here in the rolling mill, the searing hot steel is rapidly coiled into massive rings, showcasing the efficiency and scale of modern production. The hot rolling mill transforms the billets into coiled rods at incredible speed, demonstrating the efficiency of modern steel production.
As you can see, the temperature is holding steady at 900 degrees Celsius, ensuring optimal ductility. Yes, the speed is impressive.
Harnessing extreme heat and pressure, the rolling mill transforms the raw material into these glowing coils at incredible speed.
The journey continues as the glowing slabs are precisely coiled in the rolling mill, demonstrating the power and efficiency of modern steel production. Here in the hot rolling mill, the red-hot coils are flattened, showcasing the power and efficiency of modern steel production.
Here in the hot rolling mill, massive cranes transport the glowing coils for further processing. Here in the hot rolling mill, massive cranes transport the glowing coils with precision, a testament to modern efficiency.
The hot rolling mill shapes the molten metal into coils, a critical step before they are cooled and transported.
High above, the gantry crane precisely lowers the 20-ton coils onto the awaiting transport, showcasing the massive scale of the operation.
The audio features the deep rumble of heavy-duty diesel truck engines and the sounds of a bustling industrial